Welcome friends, welcome once again, and I thank you from bottom of my heart for watching my videos and circulating it to larger group of people. I am sure you are getting value, and by circulating to many, I think others are also getting value out of this video. So thank you very much. Today I am going to talk about one important topic of decluttering our mind. It is very important in nowadays that we must remain focused, and in the current age of such a rapid change happening all around us, a lot of things happening, a lot of actions happening on social media, it is getting very difficult to focus. And that's why I thought this topic will be able to give value. So decluttering your mind is going to be the topic of the day, and let us start what is happening today. You can see these two pictures, and these two pictures will speak itself. This is where we are heading for, the picture on the left hand side, and this is where we wish to go for, the picture on the right hand side. It's neat and clean, properly organized, but currently and sadly we are into the kind of situation of picture which is on the left hand side, and that is a difficult situation. This is really a problem, and that is not only affecting the productivity of a person, but also performance of the person, and lastly it affects directly on the health of a person. So if you are not healthy, if you are not energetic, you will not be able to perform. So it is a kind of creating problems in all aspects of our life, and that's why let us look at this picture. Don't look at it from the two cupboards or two wardrobes, just look at the meaning behind this. So let's start. What is happening? Let us look at our mind. Mind had got two important part. One is called thinking or intellectual mind, and another is emotional mind. I think everyone is aware of it. I will not go into that. So what happens here? Thinking and creative mind is generally slow, and it takes time to grasp and take decision. Emotional mind is very, very fast. So this is a slow side and this is fast. So what happens is, when there are some thoughts which are coming from various sources, or the signals which come from various sources, this is how they work, and we'll go little later on this. Emotional mind is very, very fast, is non-judgmental, and it's rewarding, and it is 100 times faster, as I said, than the thinking mind. Or when a person is born, and when he goes through the life, a lot of sensors which are sensing a lot of things which are happening outside society, social media, parent, teachers, TVs, all those things gets registered in our thinking mind, and it finally goes down to your emotional mind. From what get remained is 95% gets soaked here, which becomes our repetitive things, and 5% gets remain in thinking mind. So this is the want part of it, and this is the desired part of your mind. After that, what happens is we get a lot of physical actions, right? Feelings, and those feelings finally yield into results. So basically, when we get into repetitive things, we don't have to even think; it just happen. So remember, just getting up in the morning and taking a brush and brush. You don't have to think that yes, I have to now go and take brush. So this is what becomes automatic. So this is what happens from this side of mind. We get a lot of teaching from schools, parents, family, all those gets programmed, and this becomes automated. So emotional mind become automated mind, and basically that derives our 95% of our actions. As I said, 95% of our actions are controlled by emotional mind, and only 5% of our actions or decisions are controlled by the thinking mind, but it's very, very slow. Now let us look at the life cycle. There is little bit of program which happens when the baby is getting you can say born, and when it is in the stomach of a mom, some kind of induction of program happens there. Then we get into a conformity, where when school, society, everybody says this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. So this kind of conformity stage we get into. Third, when we get into a larger kind of society, we get surrounded by people and belief system, and those are all mundane, non-creative, no dreams kind of situation. When we work with people along with us, now the kind of decision which we want to make, we make there, and there are a lot of surrounding things which generally impact on our thinking. Fourth, then, because of all these hammering, we stop thinking and we don't give focus. So these are the 4 stages which generally happens in our brain, in our mind system. So around 20 to 20 years, you get this, and we have seen this gets converted into feelings, physical actions. So events we look at from 2 to 20 years, what gets, a kind of sensing. That sensing goes directly into the emotional minds, and our actions are also directly related to that, our emotional mind. So X are the actions and X are the results. So this becomes a repetitive kind of thing. When a person wants to introduce or gets exposed to a new thought, now let us look at, we have seen this X kind of thoughts gets drained into your emotional mind, and then X kind of action comes. When new thoughts want to enter, you will have a lot of resistance, but somehow it enters into thinking mind and it goes into your emotional minds. What happens there? The actions becomes X into Y, right? Earlier we had X kind of mindset, the new thoughts, this becomes X into Y. Now what happens? This action goes and hits into a wall that's called dark wall. Now this dark wall will not accept Y as it is. You will have a lot of taunts from the society that why are you taking this action? This has not happened earlier. You will get failed. There will be sort of rejection. There will be sort of failure. All this will be, these are the part of wall. And this will not allow you to go on the other side of wall, because you will have, these kind of people, X type of people, who are already bridging or already, you can say, securing that wall with X type of thoughts. So Y thought of walls will not cross this, because of this X type of people who will always allow you or will not allow you to take actions based on Y thoughts. So this is why, you will always have 2 monkeys on the shoulders. One is XY, and finally what you will do, you will come back again and give it up 95% of the time and go back to your comfort zone. So you will not cross that barrier. You will not cross that wall which is, harbored by X type of people. So you will always get taunts, failures, and finally you will give it back and go back to your comfort zone. This is what happens. However, when you are determined, when you are focused, and your mind is very, very clear about it, there is no clutter in your mind. If you look at the same thing, if Y comes in, there will be some anxiety and fear, right? But with the astras, with the focus of your determination, you will cross this wall and you will become X and Y. So your thoughts are not those original thoughts of X. You will have, new thoughts of coming in, and that's what happens on your brain system, and that's what I want to do, demonstrate to you. So डर के आगे जीत है, DKAJHI. This is what will allow a person to pass through the wall and go on the other side. 95% of the people will get, dejected and will take action to go back to your comfort zone, and that is the two distinguished, and this is the distinguished, you can say, characteristics of a person, you can say extraordinary and ordinary. So what are those astras? Focus, determination, yes, but meditation, affirmation, visualization, inspiration, trainings, all these things are astras which will allow you to cross this wall. Even if there are a lot of X type of people who are there, you will go back and introduce and take actions based on Y thoughts. So this is what is a brain, you can say, system which happens, the process which happens, which I wanted to cover it. Now excellence is a habit, right? And you can say TFAR, thoughts leads to feelings, feelings leads to action, and action leads to results. This is how the whole ecosystem, the whole mind system of a human being happens. So TFAR is what we wish to remember all the time. And when we talk about decluttering in our system, we always have, some of the pipes which I show on the left hand side. These pipes, when they operate with the same water and a lot of, dirt and rust accumulates over it, and it becomes cluttered. So someone has to go and flush this, right? And this is what it shows. This is before flushing, and this is after flushing. So your mind also have to work accordingly. You can see a lot of things on kachara on this side get organized, like these pipes become flushed, so that this entire kachara goes out of your mind. The entire dirt goes out of your mind, and this will be one of your astaras to cross that wall. Otherwise, you will get stuck here. So you will have this kind of water, which is like dirty. When you flush it, you will get into this kind of stage, and finally you will have a clean water. Your mind is very, very clear, mind is focused. And for that, we need to believe in daily habits. Small habits will lead to long-term growth. We will not see immediate result out of it, but we must continue to do that, so that by keeping the long growth in front of our eyes, we must be able to take actions accordingly. We must be able to take actions, get into the first wave, then to second wave, and to reach to your final destination. It's very, very important. The first 66 days are the hard days, but after you have used your willpower for 66 days, you have now created a ritual. That is what Robin Sharma says. He says, if you take a new idea, or if you want to do something new or change your habits, you have to practice that for at least 66 days. And after 67 days, that becomes your habit. So you are part of that ecosystem. So this is very important, and this is what he says. 66 days habit will create an automaticity in your life, in your thinking, in your taking action. Thank you very much, guys, for patiently listening. Follow me on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Thank you very much.